link provided in the resources of this video. After that, fork the REPL and it will give you the starting code for our final challenge, which is the Treasure Island game. Your mission is to find the treasure. You're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. Let's go left. Now when we go left, it tells us you have come to a lake. There is an islet in the middle of the lake. Type wait to wait for a boat. Type swim to swim across. So let's wait. You arrived at the island unharmed. There is a house with 3 doors. One red, one yellow and one blue. Which color do you choose? So you have to choose a color. Let's say yellow. And we found a treasure. We won. Now let's look at what happens if we go right. When we go right, we fall into a hole and the game's over. Now let's try the other combinations. We go left and then in here, instead of waiting, we just swim over. You get attacked by an angry trout. Game over. And let's finally look at what the door options have. So we go left and then we wait, and after that let's go for the red one. The red one is full of fire, and let's finally check the blue one. So we go left, then we wait, and then you choose the blue one. You enter a room of beasts. Game over. In this game, what you have to do is your job is to find a hidden treasure. Now there will be a couple of prompts which you have to answer, and then if you get all of them correct, you will reach at the treasure. And I want you to replicate the same exact thing right over here. You have to write your code below in this line. So pause the video, go ahead and understand the game, and then solve this coding exercise. I hope you have successfully completed the exercise on your own. If not, or you just want to see how I did it, then let's look at it. First, we will write our first choice. I will name it choice 1. And in here, in an input function, we have to ask the user a prompt. And that prompt is going to be this. So we have to tell the user, you're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. And then after that, we are giving the user a new line so that they can type. Now, in here, we can use a Python function known as lower. What this lower function does is it converts whatever the user provides us all into lowercase. Now this is not required, but we are doing this so that if the user gives something like left all uppercase, then in here in our if statement it will not work, because we are going to check if it is equals to left, and this left is different from this left, and it doesn't really matter. But if you use the lower function, it is going to be more convenient for the user. Now we will write an if statement in which we will check for the first choice, and if that first choice is equals to left, then we are going to create our second choice, and we are going to tell the user that you have come to a lake. There is an island in the middle of the lake. Type wait to wait for a boat. Type swim to swim across. So this is going to be our second choice, and before we move on, we will write an else statement and check if the user chose right or typed something else. If they did, then we are going to write a print statement and tell them that you fell into a hole and the game's over. Now let's move on and check for the second choice. So if in the second choice or choice 2, the user types wait, and I forgot to give lower here as well, so that if the user types anything uppercase, it will be converted to lowercase. And we are going to check if the second choice is equals to wait, then we will move on to the third choice. And in the else case, we will print to the user, you get attacked by an angry trout, game over. And now let's move on to the third choice. In the third choice, we are going to write another input statement and tell the user that they arrived at the island unharmed. There is a house with 3 doors, one red, one yellow and one blue. Which color do you choose? And we will turn this into lowercase as well. And finally, we are going to check for all of the possible cases. So first, we will check if Our choice C is equals to red. Then we will do something. Then we will check for the case when the door is yellow, and then in here we will do something. And finally we'll check for the blue case. And in here we will do something as well. And if the user types something other than these two choices, then we are going to use an else statement and then print to the user, you chose a door that doesn't exist, game over. Now all we have to do is just print something in each of these cases. So for the red one, we will print, it's a room full of fire, game over. For the yellow one, we will say, you found the treasure, you win. And finally, for the blue one, we will say, you enter a room of beasts, game over. Now our game is finished, so let's test it. I will extend the console all the way and run the code. As you can see, we have our ASCII at the top, and then it says welcome to Treasure Island. Your mission is to find the treasure. You're at a crossroad. Where do you want to go? Type left or right. Now we know that left is the winning choice, so we'll type left. Then it says you have come to a lake. There is an island in the middle of the lake. Type wait to wait for a boat. Type swim to swim across. We know that wait is the safe choice, so we'll type wait. And finally, we arrive at the island unharmed. There is a house with 3 doors, one red, one yellow, and one blue. Which color do you choose? The yellow color is the winning color, so we will choose that. And it says, you found a treasure, you win. That was the final challenge for this session. I hope you've completed it successfully. If not, then review some of the lessons of this section and then come back to this exercise, and I want you to make sure that you spend at least 1 to 2 hours trying to figure out how to complete this challenge. I'll see you in the next section.